Hello, everybody. I'm Rikki Smith. Welcome to Faith on Friday Presents. At Faith on Friday Presents, we're all about highlighting inspiring people, engaging topics, and small businesses. And while you're here, subscribe, like, and share to this YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram and like our Facebook page. All right, everybody. So today is one of my favorite topics. We are talking about makeup. Yes, eyelashes, lipstick, rouge, foundation, the whole thing. We're also going to talk about who it's for, why it's for, and what's the best way to put it on. Everybody, please say hello to Salathia Graham. Hey, Salathia, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for being here because you know I've been trying to get you on the show for about a year, my friend.
Yes, yes, yes. But here we are.
And here we are. Thank you so much for taking time out to be with us. So, Salathia, before we get started, tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're located.
Well, like you said, my name is Salathia Graham. I am a pro makeup artist located here in the city of El Paso, Texas. My shop is located at 6130 Montana Avenue, Suite 111.
Awesome. And what's the name of your shop?
The Face Architect.
I love that. I just think that is so neat. It is so good to talk to you about this because this subject is so interesting and it is so multifaceted now. You
Oh
look
yeah.
at the way that makeup has evolved. It used to be just for girls. It
Hmm.
used to be just for a certain type of girls. It
That's
used
right.
to be for a specific color, if you will, of girls, right?
That's right.
But
Hmm.
now we have moved forward. The guys are wearing it, older ladies, younger ladies, and finally they got something for the brown girls and the really dark brown girls, which I'm
That's right.
super excited about.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So, Olivia, tell us a little bit about what makes you excited about makeup.
Honestly, I like beautiful things. I like being around beauty. And I like for people to feel beautiful, namely women.
Mm,
Um, a lot of us are always on the go. We working women, we taking care of kids, leading soldiers, and self-care is not a priority.
mm,
So, um, I love when people want to look beautiful because it
yeah.
makes me feel beautiful. So,
Oh,
yeah.
so when you have somebody come into your chair and they're, because I've seen some of the pictures on your Instagram page, I've seen some of the literal transformations that you've made when people come and they sit in your chair, they come in one way, they walk out looking and feeling, you can tell something else.
Yeah.
When somebody comes to your chair and you can tell they're feeling some kind of way, what's some of the first things that you do with them?
Well, most times when women come to get their makeup done, it's always an occasion behind it,
Mm,
birthday, military ball, something like that. And
mm.
so I kind of build a conversation from there. A lot of times it's when it's a birthday, I'm like, oh, so you about to do it up, right? And then that kind of breaks the ice, and then we
Mhm.
go from there. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's all about the conversation.
That's so true. I like that. So when somebody comes in your chair, they've never had their makeup done by a professional before.
Mhm.
What can they expect when they come and sit in your chair?
Ooh, child, those are my favorite kinds of clients. I promise you, I love a newbie. Um, I always let them know that you'll look like yourself when you leave, but just a slightly enhanced version of yourself. So, because I don't promise people that I'm gonna, make their nose smaller or make their
Mm,
cheeks smaller or anything like that. But I always let them know you'll look like an enhanced, polished version of yourself
I
before you
like
leave.
that, a
So,
polished version of yourself. And that brings up the question because a lot of us watch makeup videos. I know I do. I
hmm
because I enjoy makeup so much, and I will watch
hmm
the videos and I will look at these people doing it. However, here's my issue. I
uh-oh.
watched a video, and for 20 minutes, we were putting on foundation. Girl, I was already out the door and gone. You know what I'm saying? So, what is going on with 20 minutes of foundation, concealer? And I'm not even gonna get on contouring. What is really going, does it really take all that?
It doesn't. It
Oh, thank
doesn't.
God.
So your makeup routine, the word is makeup. Literally, you make it up. So um what I have learned over the years, because as a makeup artist, you fall into the trap of purchasing the new best product, or the latest trend. What I
Mm-hmm.
have learned is there are a lot of people who do makeup videos, whether it's on YouTube or on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
who are actually just makeup enthusiasts. They're not actual artists. So
Wow.
you'll have somebody putting on, like, I literally watched a video of this young lady put on 4 different concealers before she even got to foundation. And I
Mm,
kept thinking to myself, like, she was good at the first one. Why would but with the enthusiasts, believe it or
mm-hmm.
not, there's a lot of money behind makeup enthusiasts. So
Wow.
these cosmetic companies pay them tons of money to make videos like that.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially, it's great marketing for the company.
Sure.
And for the enthusiasts,
Mm-hmm.
they get their views up on Instagram or on TikTok or on YouTube. So
Mm-hmm.
um yeah, there are very few actual makeup artists that
Mm-hmm.
make YouTube videos. A lot of them are too busy to do it.
I know that's right.
Yeah, I
I,
follow a couple of celebrity makeup artists who, every now and again they may do a lifestyle video or something like that. They're
sure.
busy on these different tours and such. So,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So now, when did you become a real life paid makeup artist versus an enthusiast, which I think is brilliant. I would have never thought that. When did you get started making money doing this?
I got started making money. It was almost like as soon as I started freelancing in 2016.
Wow.
Now I wasn't getting much clientele, but
Mm-hmm.
and early on I didn't understand the business of makeup, because there is
Yeah.
a business side of makeup that
Mm-hmm.
you can have 100 people in your chair, but how was your business structured? How did you
Wow.
how do you manage these clients? So
Mm-hmm.
early on I didn't know that. So I would just put makeup on people, get my little $40, $50, and that was it
Mm-hmm.
for me. And not
Yeah.
realizing, like, you need to invest in branding, you need to invest in marketing, you need to invest in product research.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
getting started, yeah, I was making a few little coins here and there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But for me, it really didn't take off until I would say 2021,
Mm-hmm. Wow.
2021 here in El Paso. Yep.
That's crazy. So you are now a freelance makeup artist, the owner of the face, is it called a facial architect?
The face architect.
Face architect, which I think is brilliant. So here you are doing that. And I see too, because I follow you on your social media, you are doing a lot of traveling as well, doing
Yes.
makeup for people.
Yes, ma'am.
When clients are looking for a makeup artist, what is
Mhm.
one of the things that they should be looking for or be leery of? Because I'm sure all makeup artists are not created equal.
No, they are not. I think when you're looking for a makeup artist, you need to be clear about what your makeup goals are as a client.
Huh.
So, you don't want to book a makeup artist that's not well versed in bridal makeup, because there's an art to bridal makeup.
Okay.
And it's different from your everyday routine. It's different from just coming and getting makeup done for, like, maybe headshot photos,
Mm-hmm.
or like if you hit it out for your birthday. So um as a client, you have to be clear about what you're looking for. And then
Mm-hmm.
after that, um how is the business of makeup? Like, what is the customer service like? I mean, do you feel like someone when you're talking to this person? Do you feel
Mm-hmm.
like this person is knowledgeable about the things you're looking for? So
Mm-hmm.
there are a few questions as a client that really should be like a checklist,
Right.
because you got to think you're about to invest your hard-earned money in this person, and
That's
you don't want
right.
to feel like you did it for nothing and you don't look good. You know what I mean? So
Yes. Oh my
yeah.
gosh, I'd be so mad. I would be so mad. Especially people who are familiar with makeup. Most of us do our makeup daily and go to
Hmm.
work and do all the things. But when you're doing something special, like you said, like a wedding or something for headshots or your birthday, event, whatever, you
Hmm.
really want to look different you don't want to get out of your chair and go, "Oh crap, I could have done that."
Exactly, exactly. So that's why, early on, especially for the bigger events,
Hmm.
my advice is for clients to really do
Yeah.
research,
Hmm.
because research saves lives when it comes to makeup.
I like it. Research save lives. It's like that. But at least with makeup, you can take it off and be like, well, that was a bust. It's not like a
Yeah.
bad haircut. You just like, you got it until it grows back.
Exactly.
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 So when you're making an appointment with you, what's one of the things that you would need your client to come in with or knowing or have in mind when they come and sit in your chair?
So I'm a professional makeup artist. I'm classified as pro.
Okay.
When you come to sit with me, don't bring anything but your face, because as a makeup artist, as a pro makeup artist, I'm supposed to have everything. Now, granted, you have women who they like a certain foundation, or they like a
Mm-hmm.
certain blush or whatever, certain
Mm-hmm.
products, and I never bar them from bringing those in if that's what they want.
Sure.
But if you're coming to me, especially if it's your first time, like, you don't have to bring anything to me,
Mm-hmm.
nothing. So,
Really?
and believe it or not, I get that question a lot. Like, should I bring lashes or should I bring my lipstick? Not like, no, just bring you.
That is so good. So that means your shop must be amazing because with all the things that you need to have, the different colors, the different textures of
Hmm.
things, the glitter, the eyelashes, girl, the eyelashes though. Do we need to
Yeah.
talk about eyelashes? Y-
Yes, we can.
How much are you as an artist investing in your products? And is there a
Mm.
specific product that you like over something else?
Oh yeah. Now I'll say this, as an artist, we have to create a look that lasts,
Mm.
um, no matter the occasion.
Mm-hmm.
So it's certain products I invest a lot in, and then it's
Mm-hmm.
certain products that are on the lower end as far as price that
Right.
work just fine.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one thing I will invest money in, is foundation,
Sure.
because
Mm-hmm.
foundation covers the most real estate on your face.
Yeah.
So foundation and skin prep items like
Mm-hmm.
my moisturizers and primers and different things like that. Now I'll invest a lot of money in that. But
Mm-hmm.
what I have found all these years is that you have a lot of products in Walmart and Walgreens that work just as good as some of the high end stuff.
Yeah.
Just as good.
Isn't that
Um,
funny?
yeah, and it's like, dang, where were y'all at like in 2016?
Right.
You know? So when I was out here buying stuff that didn't even work for me. So
Right.
yeah, yeah. So it's
That's
kind of
crazy.
a balance. It's kind
Yeah.
of a balance, but foundation, I invest the most in
Yeah, I
foundation.
would think so. So,
Yes.
we talked earlier about, the people making these videos.
Mm-hmm.
And you can watch a video. And like I said, I watched a video and for 20 minutes, we were putting on foundation. Girl, I was irritated. Does it really take that long to get that gorgeous?
No, ma'am.
Oh,
No,
thank God.
ma'am. It's like, I don't know, the word is makeup,
Mm,
meaning when it comes to your routine, you make it up. But what I have learned over the years is that, a lot of the people that are making videos, they're
mm,
not actual artists, they're enthusiasts.
huh.
So you have these makeup enthusiasts that, they garner these huge followings on social media. These
Yeah.
companies, these cosmetic companies take notice, and they pump money into these people for marketing.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll
Wow.
pay somebody to say this is the best product ever, when
Mm-hmm.
that person doesn't even use that product in their daily routine.
Right.
So I had to learn that the hard way. I have spent a lot of money watching enthusiasts, and that did me no good. I'm still mad with Marc Jacobs and his foundation.
You
Still
better
mad.
stop playing.
Still mad. Whew.
Because speaking of the foundations, have you noticed like one of the newer things is that companies now are getting really involved in making foundations for darker toned
Oh yeah.
people.
Hmm.
And I know that there was one, and there's a lady that I follow, and she is, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful, but she is dark as 2 a.m. and
Hmm.
stunning. And one of her things is that she literally tries on all these darkest if you will,
Mm-hmm.
of foundations to see which ones are best. There was
Mm-hmm.
one girl that she put on, honey, and I'm not kidding, it literally looked like black paint. Not a
Yeah.
foundation, it looked like black paint. So
Wow.
what do you say to folks who are looking for a foundation to match their skin tone, regardless of what their coloring is? What do you tell them to look for in a foundation?
So, um, and I just taught this in my group class.
Mm,
When you are looking for a foundation that actually fits, because truth be told, you know your foundation is working if you put it on your skin and it disappears,
mm,
because you're not really supposed to see it caked on.
right.
So, when choosing a foundation, like I said, you have to decide what you want this foundation to do. Do you want it
Mm-hmm,
to be long lasting? Do you want it to be hydrating? Do you want to have a glow? Um, but in matching foundation to your skin tone,
mm-hmm,
always find the closest natural light source, meaning get as close to the sun or
mm-hmm,
sunlight as possible.
mm-hmm.
Because one thing
Wow.
about it with the sun, the color payoff of foundation doesn't lie in the sun. If
Okay.
it disappears, that's your color. And not
Mm-hmm.
only is that your color, that means it'll be your color inside or outside.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh
That's
yeah.
so
Oh
good.
yeah. Natural light source.
Yeah, because you and I both have seen folks, and I'm sure our audience watching has seen folks that you just want to go up and be like, and and let's fade this out some, sis, that's so
Yeah,
funny. But it is true because foundation is the biggest part. It's the base of your makeup,
that's
wherever you
right.
get started. And then, girl, one of my favorite, like I said, we were gonna talk about this, eyelashes. So I remember back in the 60s, I was a little girl, but my mom wore eyelashes and all the actresses, everybody wore eyelashes. Then
Mhm.
eyelashes went out of style. And
Yeah.
girl, they have come back with a vengeance. What
Yeah.
is your take on eyelashes? Because I've seen everything from a natural lash to, oh my gosh, what's on your face? What?
As a makeup artist, I am a fan of eyelashes. But
Okay.
I'm a fan of eyelashes, even the ones with flare, even the
Okay.
wispy ones. I'm a fan of all of them.
Hmm.
Um, I just it's certain ones that I just kind of try to stay away from. Now if you look like you got church fans on your eyelids, no man, no man.
Oh gosh,
But I like
we've
a good
seen
laugh.
them.
Oh, yes, we have.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
I'm just recently getting into them. So, you have there's so many different kinds of eyelashes.
that's
You
right.
have them the individual kinds, you have the strip kind,
Hmm.
you have the ones you glue on, and the ones that are magnetic. You
Hmm.
have uh, anything that you can think of. What would you suggest for somebody who's new with eyelashes and really have no idea how to put them on or wear them? Where should they start?
They should start at a lash with a density that kind of makes their own eyelashes look fuller,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't typically wear eyelashes, please don't go get big wispy lashes. Because for one, if you're just learning how to put them on, ooh, it's gonna look
It'll
crazy.
show.
Yes, it will. It shows big time. It shows before everything else. So,
Yeah.
I would definitely work towards getting more natural lashes. And one of
Mm-hmm.
the brands that I really, really like is Kiss. You
Okay.
can find them in Walgreens, you can find them
Mm-hmm.
in Walmart, you can find them in Ulta. Um, they have a So Natural line of
Mm-hmm.
lashes that are really, really nice. And as a matter of fact, the bridal party that I had, I used like those on almost every one of the bridesmaids.
Oh wow.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like because they didn't want the big, you know,
Yeah.
so yeah, I would say that is a brand I absolutely recommend. And I don't
Mm-hmm.
typically say, oh, go get this or go get that. But if
Yeah.
you're into lashes, Kiss So Natural lashes are good.
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
trying to get into lashes. So
We're trying to
yeah,
get into it. And then practice, right?
practice, practice, practice,
Practice.
practice, practice.
Yeah. One of the things you said that I did not know, you actually do classes. You do makeup classes. Tell us
Yes,
about your makeup
ma'am.
classes.
So I have a class called the Everyday Makeup course. So I started in August with that class. I
Mhm.
entered into a deal with Holiday Inn Express and Suites, and
Okay.
I host a class there
Mhm.
once a month, and it's the everyday makeup class. Like, if you're trying to be a makeup artist, that's not the class for you. This
Okay.
is for women who are trying to establish a makeup routine
Mhm.
or ones who are trying to refine the one that they already have.
I
And I
like
teach
that.
everything from lash application to foundation matching. Like,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Wow. Now, where would somebody register for your class?
So you can find me on Instagram at
Mhm.
the Faith Architect underscore one. Um, I'm on Instagram and the link is in the bio. The
Yes,
link
sir.
is in the bio.
Yes, ma'am, it definitely is. One more thing before we get to the end toward this. How much should somebody look to spend on a makeup artist? Now, I know if I'm going
Mhm.
to Marc Jacobs, if I'm going to, Bobby Brown, who not the singer, but the makeup artist, if I'm going
Mhm.
to some of these folks, we're spending thousands of dollars. For normal people, I'm just saying, what should somebody look to spend on a makeup artist?
Honestly, if it was 5 years ago, I could have given you a solid answer.
Mm-hmm.
But with me traveling so much and with the demands in different cities,
Yeah.
um, for basic makeup, it largely depends on where you're at
Mm-hmm.
because you know what I charge here, that's not what they charge in Huntsville, Alabama. That's not what they
No.
charge in Dallas, Texas. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So
Yeah.
prices for makeup are substantially higher out there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I would say it all depends on the city you're in, the region you're in, and the demand for makeup. Like if you take Dallas, Dallas is a city that houses over 100 Fortune 500 companies.
Yeah.
So shows are recorded there, movies are made in Dallas. So
Mm-hmm.
the demand for makeup is more there.
Yeah.
So because the demand is more, prices are higher.
Sure.
And that's even in makeup instruction. The prices
Mm-hmm.
are high. So
My
it
goodness.
would all depend on the city. It would
Yeah.
all depend on the city.
That's good to know. And then, like you had mentioned earlier, know what your makeup goals are. Why are
That's
you
right.
going to see an artist? What is it that you're looking to do? And that would
Hmm.
kind of dictate what you're planning to spend. Because I think you had mentioned to me earlier that bridal makeup is
Yes.
different and a different charge, if you will say, for your everyday look or your
Oh yeah.
professional headshot look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because bridal makeup is high glam. Is super high glam. And you
Mm,
know, one of the things like I have always been cognizant of when it comes to bridal makeup is the photography behind bridal
yeah.
anything wedding culture lasts forever, and you don't want to
Mhm.
look at pictures on your mantelpiece and it's bad makeup every time.
Oh my gosh.
So, um, bridal makeup is very very high glam. So of
Yeah.
course that is substantially more. And then if you're talking about having a makeup artist there for the duration of the wedding,
Yeah.
that's another cost. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
yeah, like goals really need to be clear when you're
Yeah.
looking for an artist. So
Yeah. And would it be okay, like to say, I'm going to call an artist because I'm getting ready to do my, I don't know. So as a speaker, as an MC, da da
hmm
da, I'm getting ready to go on stage again. And I
hmm
want to have somebody else do my makeup this time.
hmm
Is it fair to call around and say, hey, this is what I'm looking for? What kind of questions should I ask them? Because I wouldn't know. I've never had anybody do my makeup before. So what would I ask them?
So it's not only fair to call around, it's intelligent. So
Okay.
because what you want is to find an artist or get to know an artist who
Hmm.
has experience in what you're looking to do, like film, television, like you're always on TV, you're always recording.
Mm.
So you want someone who's well versed in making makeup look good on
Right.
film
Right.
because it may not, while this person may be a great makeup artist, they may
Hmm.
not know the certain product class
That's
for doing
good.
film.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's very wise to call around and ask and check resumes for lack of a better term.
That's good.
When it
Yeah.
comes to that, depending on what you're looking
Do your research, y'all. Do your research. I
for.
like that so much. So, Salathia, if somebody wanted to reach out to you or if they wanted to set up an appointment with you, where's the best place for them to find you?
You can find me. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. If you're looking to book, it's the faitharchitect1.as.me. If you find me on Instagram, it's at the Face Architect one, and my booking link is in the bio. And I'm
Perfect.
always available for questions.
I
Always.
love that. Don't worry, y'all. If you did not get her contact information, everything is going to be in the description below. I promise you. And don't forget, subscribe to this YouTube channel, like our Facebook page, and follow us on Instagram. Salathia, my friend, before I let you go, we got to play a
Okay.
game real fast.
Okay. All
Okay?
right.
The game is super easy. It's called What's Your Favorite? I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, and you just tell me what your favorite is. It's that simple. Are you ready to
Okay.
play, my friend?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's do this. What is your favorite app on your phone?
My favorite app on my phone, my Sephora app.
Okay, I'm not even mad. That makes perfect sense. What's your
Mhm.
favorite kitchen tool?
Oh my God, my juicer. Yes.
Okay, I
I
like the
mean,
juicer.
well, that's a small appliance. It's not really a tool, right?
It's okay.
Um,
That's yours.
okay.
If it's your favorite, it's your favorite. I like it.
Okay.
What's your favorite guilty pleasure?
Oh gosh. Butter pecan ice cream. Yeah, it's
Okay.
everything.
Are
It
we eating it
is.
out the tub or you actually put it in a bowl and eat it?
Yeah, it depends on the day. It depends on the it depends on the mood. So
I am not mad
sometimes a
about it.
tub, sometimes a bowl.
It is
So
what it is.
yes,
What
ma'am.
is your favorite time of day?
My favorite time of day is early morning.
Really?
Early morning. I'm in the gym at like 5:30 because it sets the tone for the day.
Yeah, that tone for my day would be all the rest of the day. I'm just putting that out there. That's crazy. What does your perfect day look like?
I am such a busy person. My perfect day looks like just being on my couch, catching up on my shows.
I know
Honestly,
that's right.
I'm
What's your
not even
show?
ashamed.
What you watching?
Right, right now it is. I'm waiting on the new season of From on Apple TV, and
Okay.
it's kind of the horror series, but it's
hmm
really good.
But you like that. Okay.
Oh yes,
And finally, my friend, finish this sentence. I have a ridiculous amount of blank.
I have. I have a ridiculous amount of foundation. Ridiculous. I'm talking years ridiculous. Yes,
But at least that
definitely
makes
that.
sense. You are a makeup artist. You're supposed
Yes,
to have
ma'am.
ridiculous amounts of foundation. That's awesome.
Yes, ma'am.
Salathia, thank you so much, my friend, for being with me today. I appreciate you.
No problem. Thank you for having me. This was fun.
My joy, my pleasure. All right, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. You watching makes what I do so much fun. That's it for this week, but we'll be back next week with more Faith on Friday Presents.